No, because
for
these are
that
going to keep
thing.
coming if I don't stop.
Write them down.
No, people of Twitch.
Sorry,
Hello,
Eli.
hello, 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 no.
Hello, everyone.
God.
I love you. I love you really, Martin. Don't worry.
Are you
Oh.
now
Don't get offended.
messaging him?
No, no, no,
Not yet.
Not yet.
no. At least you don't have to worry about only having a face a mother could love.
Abe.
Either way, so we're high energy today, by the way.
No. Ari
No.
is done with people.
Yes, that too, but we're still high energy.
Ari is done with people. Ari has had enough of humanity today.
Am I making that better or worse?
I
Yes.
have no
Yes.
question.
Yes. Yes.
For the sub, Eli, courtesy of Stonebraid.
Thank you, Stone Braid.
That's Martin.
Yep.
That's Donkey Boy.
Listen, when I support your stream, you can no longer call me Donkey, yeah?
You love it, really. Shut up.
Is it because my hand looks like the
No, it's got nothing to
hoof
do with
of a
your hand.
donkey?
Don't give me that shit. It's got nothing to do with your hand.
God, you
Don't-
can make T-Rex prints in the snow.
Oh, fuck's sake.
So we're we're not here.
Thank you, Yune, for gifting a sub.
You're welcome.
You gifted it to Rogue.
Right, I need to. I'm gonna go off that message because, yeah.
You're just
Oh,
staring
shit,
at it now, aren't you?
It was just I tabbed off of Discord, but not actually closed it down. It's on my second monitor, just like staring at me awkwardly.
The hand is staring at you awkwardly.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I apparently started a hype train. Again.
You did! Come on, guys, get subbing. One more and we hit our goal. I'm kidding. Don't actually do that.
The desire to sub as Martin's hand is definitely.
I have cried on stream once, and that is all you're gonna get out of me.
You're good, Eli.
What?
Just checking.
What is that?
Yeah.
Oh no, hype hands too. You
Oh.
cheered with hype hands too. Oh my god.
There you go. He cheered with hands just for you. Goose.
Yay!
Wait, did you say you've got a toe? Wait, hold on. You said you got a toe on your hand, right?
You
I
Eli?
did.
Wait, holy shit, you give a hand and a foot job, like simultaneously.
No, no, on
Oh.
stream.
Write them down, Sai.
I will actually stop now.
Message him. Just
Yes.
message him. Keep this to
You can
yourself.
message him.
While we are here for what was it called now? Smash or pass?
Smash or pass.
There we go.
We're gonna play smash or pass.
But on a good point, yeah, you made him laugh enough so he's crying and had to mute himself, so you know.
For the sub. The gifted sub.
It's okay.
I know what y'all are doing. It's not gonna happen. Don't even think about making me cry. No.
I wasn't even in that stream.
No.
Is that the one you were away where I literally sat and bawled my eyes out?
Yep.
Hi, Darkstar.
I freaking hate streamer mode because it doesn't tell me when people join VC.
Oh, Valkyrie's here as well.
Hi, Valkyrie. Valkyrie?
Valkyrie. How do you get Valkyr?
I don't know.
Val Kilmer.
He can't read today.
May he rest in peace.
Rest
Val
in peace.
Kilmer, not Eli.
Put whiskey in
That
vodka.
wasn't a subtle threat at Eli. Okay, so we are going to play
a game.
We are of Smash or Pass, Booktrope or Nope. Fucking love a good rhyme. So, to play. This is going to be a cozy chaos game where we are judging book tropes with our whole hearts and no shame. There is going to
Just not
be...
ask anyone to raise their hand.
Shut up. There is going to be a presentation on screen that'll have flashcards. Each one will have a trope. You've literally just got to answer smash, pass, or nope. No, that's wrong.
Smash or pass.
Stupidity. Yeah.
Yep. This isn't
Oh no,
fuck,
sorry.
marry, kill.
It's given me 4 options. Smash
Oh.
if you love it. Pass if it's a hard no. Nope if it's not for you personally but you get the appeal. Or it depends, needs context.
Okay. Fair enough.
I'm gonna put this in stream. And then I'll pin it so that no one gets lost. Oh, frig you for writing it like that. What is that mess? Can I not? You can't edit a message?
No.
Rude. Right, okay. Violet. Yeah. So basically, if you're in VC, you can say it. If you're in Twitch chat, you can type it. Smash, pass, nope, it depends. But mainly we care about your yeses and nos. There is no wrong answer. This is personal preference. Be honest, dramatic, or totally unhinged. We want it all. You
I
nay!
see, and she tried to censor you, and now she's saying to everybody else they can be unhinged, but you have to behave. That's kind of wild.
No, he just needs to be on point for the conversation. He can be as unhinged as he wants in your DMs, but we are streaming. If you're not sure about a trope, ask. We'll break it down. But also, we respect everybody's opinions. Even if someone loves insta-love, we will pray for you.
More books for you and less for me to
Insta
read.
love as in Instagram or
No, insta-love as in, like, love at first sight being the entirety of the... Like, they've literally just met and they're instantly in love with each other and going to be together forever, and you're like, wow, that was some relationship and character building. I'm so glad.
Well, I guess we know that Ari isn't a romantic at heart.
Well, there's difference between instant attraction and actual romance.
Exactly. Also, instant attraction is not the same thing as
As-
I've known this person for 5 minutes, we're getting married tomorrow.
Yes, this is
Because
also true.
I love him. Disney bullshit.
But mother, I love him.
But
I just
mother.
always think of Frozen, and the fact she's
Mhm.
like, but I love
You
him, and she's like, you've known him for 5 minutes. Calm down.
Yeah.
And you're like,
It's-
thank
it's
you,
the-
Elsa.
Never have I ever
Thank
felt
you.
as
It's the
hard as I
ASDF
was
movie.
watching Frozen.
Yes, Frozen knew what it was doing.
Yeah.
Right, if I
At least
put...
Disney
Love
was
those
staying true
movies.
to their. At least Disney was staying true to their roots there, unlike the new Snow White movie.
Oh, no, we're not starting on that. I've already ranted about that. Right, if I do that, and then I do this. Yeah! I did a tech. Align yourself properly and stop being an asshole. Well, that'll do, I suppose. That's off-center, but fine. Are we ready?
Oh.
Okay. First one, on your smash or pass. Enemies to lovers.
Smash,
Instant smash.
smash, 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 smash. Hulk smash! I'm sorry.
I'm fine with this trope. I guess I'll go with smash.
Oh no, I've got a
my
fucking...
God.
I just, that's my secret cap. I'm always horny stuck in my head. Courtesy of you and your bloody... Oh, Pain has gone for pass.
You know what? More for me to read.
Yep, absolutely. They're all mine. Send them my way.
Mhm.
I can deal with the good enemies to lovers if it's done correctly.
we listen and we don't judge.
Mm.
Until we're in
we
DMs
listen
later.
and we judge
Mhm.
silently.
Yes.
Ares is also saying smash.
Smash.
And Martin is saying smash.
Smash.
Family.
Yes.
Smash.
What do you mean, found family? I need context on that one. That sounds dodgy.
The family you made.
Yeah, the family you
instead of
choose rather than the one
you.
you were born into.
Yes.
Oh,
Smash.
so this is not just romantic tropes.
No,
but
no,
No,
just-
no,
no,
no.
no.
It's a whole
Oh,
range.
I got very confused then with
Yeah.
found family. I was like, excuse me?
No, we're
No, so
we're-
like the golden trio in Harry Potter could be classed as found family because they became close enough to be familial.
Right. It's just friendship. I mean, I could do book friends.
We could do with book friends. There is one in here that I know is going to be an instant pass, I think, for everyone. And I
Will it
can't
be?
wait to see if I'm right. Love triangles.
Martin, it says pass on that.
Pass.
Pass.
Well,
Meh.
I'm gonna say pass/nope because I can see the appeal when they're done well,
Well,
but,
Yes, but they're
I
never
think they're
done
so
well.
fucking overdone now
yes.
that
So
every
what
book you
you-
read almost is just. But I love him, but I also like it, and you're like, look, just make it a why choose and get it over with.
So,
I
what
just
you
wanna
so you're
point
you're,
out
you're
for
towing the
Pain-
line a bit,
Open a
right?
right chest. I get to open a right
Uh,
chest.
Pain, just to
Oh wow,
say
the
it's-
emote we got
I
is
mean-
a touch of salt.
Eli is also my found family, and we created a family of our own. I don't see him as my brother, but he's still my found family.
Your founded family.
Yeah.
Flubber,
My
my
founded
found family.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
You're
can I
mine
give an
now.
example? Can I give an example of where I think love triangles work, though? So, there's a book series, and I'd have to look up the name. But essentially, she is a student at a university. She is also a stripper, where she meets one of her clients, who she ends up sleeping with. Is this dominant guy, whatever, always wearing a suit, all of this, right? She then starts university, and he's the teacher at the university in her class. They end up hooking up. She realizes sometimes he's very dominant, sometimes he's very caring. It ends up that they are twin brothers. And so she's actually been sleeping with both brothers, not just one of them.
But
I
then
think,
just make it a why choose and have them both.
Yes.
but I think like a love triangle in that case, where like like if you've read a lot of books, you kind of get a feeling like this is probably what's happening because the personalities are too vastly different. But I think a love triangle in that scenario where there's like it comes to a head and it's like holy fuck, I think there it works.
No.
I think
Speaking, for it to be a love triangle, would it not be that one person is in love with someone who's in love with someone else, and the first person is in love with the third person is in
Yeah.
love with the first person?
That is
would
technically
complete a
how it's
triangle.
supposed to be,
So-
but people say love triangle when two people are in love with the
With
same,
the same
person.
which would be more of a
Right.
love upside down V.
Yes.
also the book series is called Forbidden by J.C. Valentine.
So what you're saying
However-
is the main character is dipping her toes in the family line.
Pretty much.
Okay.
I mean,
However,
I'm not going to finish that sentence.
where a love triangle turns into a polyamorous relationship.
AKA why choose. AKA reverse harem.
No, just three people in a relationship. I feel like that is not conducive to saying
triad.
yeah. That feels like too few people for white shoes and reverse harem.
Probably too few for
In my
reverse
opinion.
harem. I don't think it's too few for why choose,
Fair enough.
but could be wrong. We will put in our votes. Are we good?
I got a hype chest. Let's see what I get in it. Look at it. I got a shot. Touch of salt.
Oh, okay, chat.
Usually when people get salty tonight about your choices, just be like, secret royalty. Ah, the age-old. They did not know that they were royal, and they find out at an opportune moment that they are royal, aka Tangled.
I mean, I really enjoyed it in like Princess Diaries
Yes.
because I love that movie. But Secret Royalty is also, I think, when one of the people know their royalty, but is like pretending to be not royalty.
I don't know in this context if that would class as secret royalty, not like hidden background.
Fair.
I think secret royalty works in like YA novels and books for kids. Because, yeah, you're right. Princess Diaries, 100%. It fully works. It works in Disney with the whole, like, Tangled. She didn't know she was a princess. Finds out she's a princess. That works. I don't think it works in adult books. Or I don't think I've seen it done well for me to think it works in adult books.
I also immediately think back to the Prince and I. Is that what it's called? The movie where she
Yeah.
works as a bartender and he's like actually Danish royalty or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Goes over to like
That's one.
Or
like
just about any of the, like,
the Hallmark Netflix movies, the
yeah,
Christmas
there
specials.
was
Yeah.
there was those ones, the ones with Vanessa Hudgens,
Oh God.
where there ended up being
Twitch
3
at
of them, and
birth.
at one point there was like 3 of Vanessa Hudgens playing unknown like triplets. And they all ended up marrying royalty and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm meh on it.
Yeah, I just think that like it just for me it's just a pass because it's just never done well.
Yeah,
when
I
it
think
comes
that's
to
my
like
problem. I
live
think it always
action.
ends up being no, even in books. I just always think it ends up being. Again, Anastasia is another great point of where it is done really well.
Yeah.
In like Disney type things. But I just think in adult books, they never
because
quite
it's
get the secret bit right.
because
I'll tell you.
it's a bit of a childish dream almost. You know,
Yeah,
maybe
to
I'm a
find
secret
out one
princess.
day that someone
Yeah,
actually turns around and
it's-
says, Anastasia wasn't a book first, it was basically based on the
The
Romanovs.
Romanov.
Yeah,
Real
that's right.
people.
It seems just too much of a childish dream to be like maybe
No,
someone
maybe
will come
that is
along
what
and
it
actually
is.
be.
So I was going to make the point that the only reason my argument is that the only reason why Anastasia works is because it's based on a true story, and loosely based on the Romanov family, right?
Loosely based on a real event.
Well, yeah, but that makes it work, right? And like because there was a real, there was for a while. I think it's done now, but like even up until like the early 2000s, there was still this whole.
There was still a lot of mystery around what happened.
Yeah, but also people were like wanting the real Anastasia to come forward, and there was like an award, and like there's all of this, right? Which makes it work when Disney does an adaptation. It just doesn't work outside of that. It just really does not.
No, but that's the whole thing. It's almost too fantastical to be done in any other like situation but a Disney film.
I don't think it's too fantastical. I just don't think people do
No,
it.
fantastical in the sense of like
right?
it would never happen. And that's what I mean is like you look at some other.
I think you could
you
probably
know,
get away with doing it in a very contemporary, accidentally switched at birth kind of thing.
Also, it's not Disney.
It's no.
It-
Well,
It's now
now
owned by
I was about to say
Disney.
now it's owned by Disney, but it is one of those films that everyone thinks is Disney, but was never actually Disney.
No.
It
Okay,
was
but my
Pixar.
point still stands of
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
almost too it's like it would you look at a lot of other rom-coms or like romance books and stuff, and you can sit there and go, you know what? There is more of a chance of this happening than
I
like
think
secret
that's the
royalty.
thing.
Like friends to lovers and things are situations that people have actually found themselves in.
No, that's the thing. I think
Whereas
if it was done in fantasy and done well, I think it would probably be a pass for me. I don't think it works in romance because, yeah, you're right. There's too much of a, well, that's not going to friggin' happen, isn't it? No one's going to turn up tomorrow and be like, oh, hey, by the way, we got this wrong. You're actually a long lost princess we've hidden.
no, and this is where
That'd
I
be
think
nice if
this
they
is
did.
where I
I think I would quite like to take my
romance-
place amongst the royals.
This is where I think romance would have to, like, it almost has to have that, the not the context of the world itself, but the situation in which the people are interacting. That like the situational context, not the environmental context, I guess, is really important.
Don't
Because
worry, guys.
even in a
If
fantasy-
I find out that I am royalty tomorrow, I will still run book club.
But yeah, if you end up, even in a fantasy world, friends to lovers could happen. Even in a, in sci-fi, horror, that whole like friends to lovers thing situation can happen. So it's less environmental context and more situational context, and that's what makes it relatable. Is the fact it's like, oh, this could happen, rather
Yes,
than
Pain.
like,
If I suddenly found out I was royal, I would actually just dedicate an entire wing to book club. Could all come to my palace.
Nice.
I would make
just
sure
think
that there were
you'd never have to cook or clean or do laundry
rolling.
again.
That would be beautiful. That's it. This is it. ADHD people just need to be very, very rich. Our lives would be so much simpler. If I could just flit around and do what I wanted whenever I wanted. Best life. So, chosen one.
Pass.
Pass.
I'm...
I will smash, but in a very situational sense. I like-
Situational smash.
For me,
Situational smash.
for me,
It's a
an
smash
it
after a few
depends.
drinks. Is this one?
I give it an it depends.
It depends, but as of late, very much I'm gonna pass. Not
Yeah,
an
you're
nope,
probably
but
done in on
I'll
it,
pass.
but for me,
I like
it is very
the-
situational.
I like the. I don't know if this is a separate thing, but the chosen one who rejects being the chosen one.
No, that is an offshoot trope of the chosen one trope. But again, I mean, I love Harry Potter, and I like how they did that. I like how they did the chosen one bit in it because I liked, as you were following him through his teenage years, there were points where he was like, "No, I'm going to be sassy about this," and he's like, "But I am the chosen one," and you're like, "Ha ha ha, funny," but also, you probably shouldn't be anything because you're a child. And should not really be
Yeah,
up to you when there are fully grown adults who could probably deal with this better than you, but sure.
Yeah, I think chosen one as well, where it is subtle.
Fool's Mark, that's the Robin Hobb, isn't it?
Which one?
Fool's Mark.
I think so. It sounded
Yes,
correct
it
when you
is.
said it.
It'll be part of the Fits in the Full trilogy. The Fits in the
Dark
Full
Star has
series.
said Fool's Mark was great and it was well done in fantasy.
Is that the one that does that focus on the
Where's my phone? I can Google.
Does that focus on the Fool, Dark Star, remind me, or is that?
Brain not braining.
My brain can't find the book. I've got Mark of the Fool
Because I've read
by J.M. Clark.
I've read the Fits in the Full, like I've read the Assassin's Apprentice, Royal Assassin, and the other one after that.
Can someone just break down the chosen one for me?
One
Because
of you recommended it.
Probably me.
Can I break down what, sorry?
Chosen one. It's the you were chosen from all the people to be the one who
Yeah, no, so it has to like involve prophecy or spell.
Yeah.
Either
Yeah.
prophet. Yeah, it's usually prophetic or
Okay.
pathetic. Which words
Um,
actually fit there?
Oh, you are the only one that can, like, just by when you look
He-
at Harry Potter being the chosen one, he was made the chosen one because of what happened with Voldemort.
yeah. No, but I was
Yeah,
thinking.
It was less
actually,
prophecy,
yeah,
more.
no, it was a mix because there was a prophecy that could apply
Oh,
to him
yeah.
or one other person, and
Or
they
Neville.
decided it was him, and actually didn't, and then made the prophecy come true by making him a Horcrux. So it was one of
Neville.
those. The stupid thing about prophecies in the Harry Potter universe is like a lot of the time they aren't anything until you decide to act on them, and then you make them happen. If you just went, okay, cool, and did nothing, nothing would change. And you're like, wonderful. So it just impulse means you're fucked, basically. Because
Okay.
yeah, literally, if Voldemort had gone, it's a child, what the fuck's it gonna do? And ignored it, he would have never made Harry a Horcrux. And therefore, none of it would have come to pass.
No, because I was thinking about Feyre if she fits the mold, and I'm not sure she does.
No,
Mm,
Oh, J.M. Clare. No, it's a different one than what I'm thinking of.
that says Clark, dear.
Oh,
But yeah.
close enough.
No, Feyre doesn't fit as chosen one because that was more circumstances have led me to be in this position. But it was never. Oh, actually, no. Oh, actually, maybe
mm,
because of the whole. You need to find a human that hates you, that can fall
yeah.
in love with you. That
Right.
was kind of prophecy.
Mhm.
And while it wasn't necessarily her,
Her specific, but she fit the bill.
that one I would say is kind of. Because it's not prophecy in the sense of there is one, because to be honest, he probably could have found a number of girls that hated him that could have fallen in love with him if he was just nice to them.
Are you laughing at the magic chat house files? Okay. Why are you laughing so much? What did I miss? He died from laughing over there.
Sincerely, I love you, but fuck you, Martin and Son.
Why? What have we done? Explain.
In the break. In the
Okay.
break.
Now we have to wait for that for another at least 20 minutes.
I am so
Well done.
confused.
Yeah, same. I live here and I don't know what's going on.
Has Martin screenshotted something and sent it to you?
Probably.
Mhm.
Careful, it's full.
Oh, he has. Is
Okay.
it the?
No,
Is
no,
it
no,
the? Is
no,
it
no,
the?
no. He said for
No,
the
no,
break.
no,
We
no.
play.
Okay.
Are we
Grumpy.
We are
moving on
moving on
from
from the
this one?
chosen one.
Sunshine.
Smash.
Is
It's
this,
so overdone, but
Oh,
smash.
36.
is this the you have a grumpy,
Yeah,
usually
it's me and Sai.
Which one of you are the grumpy one again?
It
He is.
depends.
Rudeness. I
Sorry.
am personable and lovely sunshine person. He is
Uh-huh.
grump.
Oh, is this the whole like the black cat bullshit thing?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's either black cat golden retriever or just Geralt Yaskir.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like one of them is just
I
bubbly,
don't-
happy, and they don't feel like they should go together because one says like 3 words a day, and
Rude.
most of those are
Fuck.
or just a grumble of noise that isn't really intelligible
I
as
say
words.
more than that. Fuck you.
And one is obviously very outgoing, and the other is very introverted, and one likes to be alone while the other one likes to be around people, and one is just smiley and happy and bouncy and bubbly and lovely, and the other one's a
Until
big
someone fucks something up.
sourpuss.
You shouldn't talk about yourself in bad ways.
We're getting another stream of Eli dying, and I fall for it.
It's all right.
If
Would
I
you
might-
like to know something I've noticed about you, Eli?
Sure.
You laugh in a circle.
In a circle? What does
Yep.
that mean?
You have
How?
specific phases to your laugh. I noticed this on the two clips, with the Geralt, the Wish version of Geralt, and the I will destroy you. Don't worry. You have specific phases in your laugh, and you go from start through the phases and then back to start. It's a circle. You laugh in a circle, and I find it fascinating. Because I laugh like an unhinged person, and I have so many different laughs.
No, you sound like a fucking whistling kettle or a
Sometimes.
whoopee cushion.
Sometimes.
Yeah, the whoopee
Or-
cushion laugh.
Or
I know.
I laugh like Muttley, or
Yes.
I do the EP thing, where I laugh too much and I can't breathe, so then I just sort of squeak.
Or you do like me, you end up coughing.
Yeah. Or I just stop breathing altogether, and it's just
Yeah,
silence
No, it's
and
when
pain.
it's when you sound like Squeak. That's the amusing one.
Yeah, so I have many laughs. I also have a cackle, like a proper witch's cackle. Just, yeah, many laughs. But Eli
I take
laughs
the
in a
piss out of you
circle.
for it constantly.
Fine. You make stupid noises all the time.
I'm autistic. Like, I don't know what you expect.
Always an excuse, you know.
Bitch, vocal stems? Absolutely.
No, there are some times where you just make noises for the sake of making noises that have nothing to do with vocal
Is that
stems.
not a fucking... it's absolutely a vocal stem.
Nope.
Either way,
Either way,
I'm fine with Grumpy Eggshell Sunshine. It can be cute.
It's the opposites attract thing, and I quite like that.
They offset each other and balance each other, and it works.
Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah.
It's the yin yang of the relationship sphere.
It's also the
or just it can be really fun when it's done well with friends as well.
Mm.
okay. I haven't read a lot from this one, but what I have, this is always fucking adorable.
The fake dating.
The fake dating, yes.
I do like. It is a smash for me.
No,
fake
I
dating.
fucking hate it.
No, I like there is
No.
some engagement or something, and
Yes,
I
please be
need-
my date.
yeah, please pretend to be my boyfriend so I don't have to face XYZ. And then
No, because they do eventually end up getting together, and it's just like, oh, hear me out. You could
always.
just
No.
always. There are times when they
No, but-
don't, but I
Oh,
do. I just like it. I like the whole. No one would
Oh.
ever think that. Like, actually,
There
is
was
that
I read a
spoilers?
book not
Is
that
it
long
a
ago.
spoiler to say the book of the month?
It's a spoiler, but
It's a trope, which I think it
Yeah.
says
Yes.
on the cover that it has fake
Yeah.
dating in it. So I'm not going to talk about it, but I think it did it well.
I read a book recently where two friends who
Proud of you.
have been
sorry. Sorry. I lost focus for a second at the filter.
who has been friends for like ever, and people have many times assumed they're dating, and they decide to, you know what, screw this, let's go as each other's date on event, and then both of them end up clicking with other people, and it becomes like this weird situation where other people think they're cheating when they're not actually dating, and they never outright say they're dating, they just bring the friend along, which creates some fun situations.
This is basically a friends to lovers thing a lot of the time, and I like friends to lovers stories.
We also quite like the I need to get through this thing without being hit on a million times, so can you just pretend to be my boyfriend, and then you get the whole I'm gonna take the male is like, if we're doing this, I'm gonna take this so far. I'm gonna be so overbearingly annoying to you. And you get that sort of funny, they're like, oh but darling, schnookums, my dear, come along, and you're like, I regret this, 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 and I just think it's a really great dynamic.
It's fun.
It is 100% a smash for me, all caps. What's next? Amnesia plot. Pass.
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 The only time I've seen this done well is that prompt for the D&D game. Otherwise, I think it's just meh.
Yeah, no, it's crap.
No, but okay. So I think it could be done well. It just never is.
Again, I think that prompt for the D&D game, where you don't know, like your whole party wakes up with amnesia and they don't know.
Yeah, the world knows you, but you don't know you.
Yeah, and
that
then
can
as you work your way through, you learn things about yourself, like, like there's a goblin speaking in front of me. Like there's a group of goblins talking in front of you, and you understand that they're talking about this raid, and you're like, wait, I can speak goblin, and like you're learning these facts as you go along, which I think can be done really well. But I think it only really works in that setting.
A situation like that is essentially the DM makes your characters for you and tells you nothing about them, and you just wake up, and then as you sort of pick and piece your character sheet together as you progress through, which is really fun, actually.
I mean, I'm currently playing an amnesiac pretty vampire. I adore it. It's fucking hilarious.
Okay,
second chance romance.
Yes. Smash.
Is this when they were like high school lovers?
Yeah, school lovers decided
Or...
to break up because one was going to this university and one got a job overseas, and then met up years later and realized they were still in love. Or it technically also covers we broke up but we can't seem to stay away. And I'm for the first option, pass on the second, only purely because every person I've ever broken up with, I've broken up with for a very good reason. And I just don't think I'm very much of the opinion that you can't go back.
Yeah, I think it's an it depends.
Yeah, it's an it depends for me. If it's we were both 17 and our lives went in different directions after school, and then we met up 10 years later and the sparks flew again, cool, fine. That's
so
not
like right person, wrong time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pass.
I can
no,
also
smash on that.
I can also do the we were young and dumb and broke up due to either like misunderstandings or just misaligned, yada yada. And then they meet up later and they realize that no, okay, so
now we actually work together
yeah,
because
or
we're better
rather,
people now.
or they work through that misunderstanding or whatever. I can go with that, but we broke up for a good reason, and then we we came back together just icks me out for some reason.
I think it's the phrasing of it. When you, if it was, oh my god, I can't get words out today. Right person, wrong time. I'm 100% for. Giving someone a second chance feels to me like they fucked the first one.
Oh yeah. Oh.
And yeah, like Payne said, people are in your path for a reason. Leave them there, and they're never the person you used to know. That I agree with, and I think chasing a history is not a good thing.
No.
Next, only one bed. A fan favorite of the
Smash.
girlies.
It is
Smash.
Smash, but also it's
It is
so
overdone.
overdone.
It is overdone.
Okay.
But
So
fucking Smash.
But
I need to double
especially in
check this.
fanfic.
This is
They've
when
been
they
on the
have
road
no
for
option.
ages and they finally reach an inn, but the inn only has one room left and there's only one bed. And
One
you
bed.
know they're going to fight over who's going to sleep on the floor because he wants to be chivalrous, but she wants to be independent. And in the end, they end up sharing the bed. And ta-da, magic happens.
And then you can also
Fucking
end
love
up with
Only One
with a surprise pregnancy.
Bed. Oh no, it loses me at surprise pregnancy.
No,
I am smashed for the
I
only
don't.
one bed. There are so many
Mm.
books ruined by I didn't know what to do here, so I just made her pregnant. That
I think I haven't read enough where this has become a trope for me, so to speak. But it's been fine.
I would very much say it is a focused on women romantasy trope.
I tend to read women novels. I don't know why. Maybe because I hang out in a book club with a majority of women.
Yeah, predominantly women.
Yeah.
Might have something to do with it.
Could also be that I like that my friends group was
Predominantly women.
85% women. I think it was me.
That's predominantly.
Yeah, that is definitely predominantly. I'm not disagreeing. I'm specifying.
Slow burn, like glacial.
This drives me insane.
It depends for me.
It depends.
I have to really be in the mood for a proper slow burn. But I also think a lot of things are marketed as slow burns that aren't.
Yeah. Like you can a slow burn can be nice if it's not marketed as a romance. If romance is like a side thing, then slow burn can be fine.
But isn't that
If
just
you're
friends?
buying a romance book, slow burn is just it feels wrong.
I agree.
But okay, so wouldn't that if it's a slow burn where romance is a secondary theme and not the primary theme, so to speak, or a genre rather, wouldn't that again just be friends to lovers?
No,
No, they
not
are different.
necessarily. Because
In the
many
same way
times
that
slow
enemies,
burns doesn't mean you're friends.
yeah, because
Well,
enemies
okay.
to lovers can also be a slow burn. It's so supposed to be about the pacing. So if it's not slow burn, they come together quite quickly, i.e., a normal contemporary romance.
Fourth Wing.
Yes, someone actually, funnily enough, someone in a comment on a video actually tried to say that Fourth Wing was a slow burn, and I
What
don't
book did
usually
they read?
reply, and I had to turn around and go, but where? And they
Where
were
did
like,
you? What
and they were
book
like,
did
well,
you read?
there was the whole bit where she was mad at him, and you were like, yeah, but they were already together.
At that point,
She was just mad at him and took a while to get over being mad at him. That's different. That's not a slow burn. That's stubbornness.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm an it depends. Again, I have to be in the mood, and it has to be the right amount of slow burn. Too slow, like really glacial, then I'm like, oh Jesus Christ, get on with it. Like if they dance around each other for too long, that book is getting yeeted across the room. But also sometimes people need to slow down a bit because it's almost like, again, the insta love.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we looked at each other for 2 seconds. We're obviously madly in love now, happily ever after. Da 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 da. And you're like, wait, where's everything else? 5.
5.
That is what Martin has to say. 5.
5.
And Ame says hello from the other side, courtesy of Adele GIF.
Mm-hmm.
I need more monitors.
You have 3, don't you?
No, I have 2. I need a
Oh.
third.
Okay. I'm thinking about setting up a third.
I want
I have
a third.
I have the monitor. I just don't have the cables.
I
Oh,
don't have the monitor nor the space, but
I apparently spaced out, and then I heard come back to. I want 3, and I'm like,
I want a
"What-
third.
What? I want a third. I'm like,
God, no.
what?
Nope.
What? I don't
I do not-
understand.
I
And
do not want
then
a.
it's clicked.
Thigh is 4 geese in a trench coat. That's enough for me.
Mm-hmm. Moving
Isn't that
on.
right, dear?
Silence.
Yes. He was sending me a TikTok
Of
earlier.
course he was. Soulmates
That's why.
/ fated mates. It depends.
Mm,
I do
How-
love a soulmate.
yeah,
I think I would actually split these as 2 separate things.
yeah.
Because I love soulmates. I'm iffy
I
on
do not
fated
enjoy
mates.
fated mates.
Because
Okay,
fated mates feels a bit forced.
Yeah. Where
Whereas
soulmates
give me a
doesn't have
soulmate
to be
AU
romantic.
any day. But also give me a soulmate AU any day of the week.
Yes.
Like, it is a firm favourite of mine when it comes to
I love
fanfiction.
the when you get the words they're gonna say to you.
Oh yeah, no, I love the first words they say to you tattooed on your body, and I love the everyone is colorblind until they meet their soulmate.
Yeah.
Those 2
I
are a
love those.
favourite. Yeah.
Yeah.
The difference, by the way, Eli, 'cause I think you were asking. Soulmates is obviously the idea of 2 parts of the same soul split, and there is one person out there made just for you. But you still have choice. You don't have to be with your soulmate. There's no force to it. You are drawn to them. Fated mates tends to come up in shifter romances quite a lot. And it's this idea of being like, oh, I'm the alpha,
I can't
and
go on living
sniff,
without
sniff,
you.
you are my mate. If you reject me, you will die. Or you will be in unimaginable pain. Or you will have to be rogue and live out in the world on your own. And yeah, it's this idea of like, it just feels a lot more forced.
You
Especially
mean
because
pessimist,
90% of the time, soulmates is done where either they're looking for their soulmate and then they find them, or they already start to get to know each other and then find out their soulmates, whereas fated mates almost ends up being a like, you're my mate, well, but I hate you. Don't care, you're my mate, you'll get to like me eventually. And again, it feels a little bit more forced.
Omega, by the way, would be the term if we're using the Teen Wolf thing. The lone wolf, you can't have a
I know. They tend to, in shifter novels, Omegas are bottom of the pack.
Yep.
Or women.
Did I just fucking come back to the Omegaverse?
Yes.
Yep.
The fuck have you been? You missed me calling
I'm
you
gonna
4
leave.
geese
No,
in a
I'm-
trench coat.
I'm gonna leave again. I
No,
don't want to come
come
back
back.
to the Omegaverse.
We're moving forward now, so
We are.
Oh, good. Thank fuck.
Villain
Answer your question, I was
redemption
making tea.
arcs.
yes.
Smash.
Smash, 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 smash.
Smash, 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 smash. Yeah,
If it's
even
actually
Pains
in a
with us would smash.
well, if it's earned, yes, absolutely. I've read some that haven't been, and it just feels yeah.
Snape.
So I think I'm on a it depends.
Snape is my big like X through one.
Hmm?
Snape. Severus Snape from Harry Potter.
No. Yes,
Like,
I'm agreeing
it
with you.
pisses me off to no end because A, there was no need for him to be horrid to a child for as long as he was. B, loving his mother didn't actually redeem any of the behaviors he'd portrayed at all.
No.
You don't think abusing the child for the sins of the father is appropriate?
No, because he loved her mother.
His.
There, that
Yeah.
one. He loved Harry's mother. I'm just going to say the name now, it's easier. So you would think my love for your mother is going to outweigh my hatred for your father. So I'm going to care about you, not bully an 11-year-old for no reason other than will you look like your dad?
You are your father's son.
But it wasn't. He
See,
didn't
this
really
is
act like they constantly said about the fact that he didn't act like James, looked like him, but didn't act like him.
No,
I mean, we
and
know.
that's how you know it wasn't love.
Pain is speaking. Go.
Controversial opinion, but I would say that though Snape did questionable things that should not be done with children, I would say that I do not stop it. I would say that I would not actually paint him as a villain redemption arc.
No, that's fair.
Because he was never truly a villain.
No, that is fair. What I would say
his hatred of James, his hatred of James was misplaced and pushed upon Harry as the affirmation of Lily's unreturned love, and he took it out on Harry, and that was wrong. But I would 100% say that Snape never truly was a villain.
Okay, I will agree with you on that. However, my point is that I disagree with the fact that people think the scene at the end is redemption. Because I don't think it is.
I would agree with you on that because of the fact that I do not see his sacrifice as being a redemption so much as he finally gave up the hatred that he had and found the way to show his love through his ability to sacrifice himself.
So you're saying it's more of a reconciliation than a redemption?
He finally made peace with his conflict.
In time for our favourite. Insta-love.
No, it is break time now.
It is break now.
Well, you can pass on Insta-love and then we'll go on break.
Okay.
Pass.
Pass.
Hard pass.
There wasn't enough vomit emojis.
There wasn't enough vomit emojis.
Yeah.
Mood. Yeah, no, I've never actually enjoyed a romance book where it's insta-love. I just find it.
But insta-love, like instant noodles, it's convenient.
I don't get. Love isn't
You
supposed to be
people in a
convenient.
microwave
For some people, author, that's totally how it works.
Love is not supposed to be convenient.
Add two people mixed
I'm
with
gonna
water.
I'm gonna snap my fingers for that line of poetry there, babe. That was.
Thank you.
So, break for 5 minutes.
Yep. 5 minutes. Don't forget.
Are we on break yet?
To watch
Not yet.
the advert.
Yeah.
Yes. It pays for pages.
Pays for pages. BRB.
I think it's just us. Kinda.
Oh, we have returned.
We have returned.
Right, well, I've got to go on here and there. Nope, that one.
And before you jump on, we are supposed to stretch gently. Do not pop stuff this time.
I pop stuff even if I
Fine.
stretch gently.
Okay, stretch. I don't know,
In
something that
bubble
doesn't
wrap,
pop. Yeah, in bubble wrap. And then hydrate.
I have tea.
I got myself something to drink and I finished the
We
drink
did insta
during the
that's fine.
break. So I have hydrated.
We get to start with magical schools.
Mm.
But it might also be because I'm now closer to 40 than 20.
Yeah, I kind of get that. It was different reading Harry Potter growing up when I was like, this would be so
In school.
cool. Like, can I go? Like, do you think I can transfer?
Mhm.
Trying to read Zodiac Academy, I was like, this seems
no.
like a fucking nightmare.
I tried, but no.
Yeah, I'm iffy on it. Depends on how it's done. It's a mythic.
It is a
Hello.
mythic.
Hi, I'm here. I just have myself muted because my child is being loud.
They
Your
just
child
want
is
to
being a
join in
child.
with the Smasher Pass. Just let them have a go. They can tell us their thoughts. Yeah, I'm 50-50 on magical schools.
I have to be in the mood for it to read that now. Baby shark. Baby shark.
I love how you can tell when I've got it playing through OBS and you've got it playing through stream. Because I finished singing and you were still going.
Yes. I feel sorry for people listening on stream.
You know, I do like it. Oh yeah. First of all, it obviously works quite well in YA, but then technically speaking, Basgiath counts, sort of.
No.
Why not?
Well,
It's a war
I
college
guess
and they
do.
have magic.
Yeah, I was just about to correct myself with, you know what? Actually, when they get up,
That's what I think
they
I'd like to
do.
see more of. Like magical universities.
Yeah.
Older people in magical education institutions.
I
my
think
Yes,
God.
baby
No.
mythic.
I
You tell
want a
us your
story
thoughts.
about the teachers. At
I
the
Absolutely.
school.
Give me Harry
Oh my
Potter,
God,
but
give
from
me
a
that.
teacher POV.
Yes.
I want to hear all about McGonagall being like, these fucking
So
kids, I
done with
swear.
this kids.
I mean, I would agree in that statement. I was gonna say I am more on the past side of things for things more like Besgaeth and more on the like Smash side of things for things like Besgaeth and more on the past side of things for things more towards the like Harry Potter-ish
Yeah.
type of
I think we're too old for that
stuff.
now, I think, is the problem.
In a way, yeah.
I found it with fanfiction. I still love my Harry Potter fanfiction, but I struggle now to read the set in school ones and actually prefer
Yeah.
the post-war AU ones when they're adults. And I think that
Yeah.
again is purely because now I'm an adult. That like when I'm reading the school-based ones, you're just like, okay, you're a shitty kid that doesn't know anything about the world. Shut up.
Yep.
Oh god, it's the same thing I have with like my teenager comes home and she's like, oh my god, like the world is over, and I'm like, why? And she's like, because this thing happened, and I'm like, you're 14, your world has not ended. It might feel like that, but it hasn't. Believe me. Wait until you're 30.
I feel that I'm going to be 23 this year and I have a 12-year-old little sister and she'll tell me about things that have happened. I'm like, honey, in
Just
5
you
years
wait.
from now, that's going to be the least of your worries.
No, in 10 years from now, you're gonna wish you were going through that again because you'd take that over this shit.
You could also do
Fair.
the like in a year you will probably have forgotten this.
Also true. I think that was the best thing about high school, is everything was so dramatic yet so fleeting.
Hmm.
I
Like, how
can't
many
say anything on
world-ending
that
events did
matter.
we go through in high school?
I mean, I can't say anything on that matter because I was just kind of the kid who stayed out of everything. So
Or no, I was
the
friends
my
with
most
everyone.
exciting part of high school was when my boyfriend at the time got into a fight defending my honor.
Oh, we
that was
like
my
a
most
chivalrous
exciting point
teen.
on that.
Oh
We
my
like
god,
a chivalrous teen.
the shit that went on my as an early teenager. Oh my god,
There was
guys.
always something, and I just like.
I mean, we figured out that apparently one of the high school thingies that happened to me was incredibly traumatic. It just took me fucking 20 years to realize.
Did Nox pull it out of you?
Hmm.
Oh wow, amazing.
It was when I was 17. ...
Yeah.
To not bring things up on stream.
I think I'm gonna see if I learn how to code. I'm gonna make my own AI, therapy bot.
Therapy bot.
No,
Mhm.
therapy, PAI, therapy.
That's brilliant.
Mhm.
It is, isn't it? I'm gonna trademark it right now so nobody goes and steals my idea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I
Uh,
think I finally made the child happy again.
Yay.
Oh, but I miss
And-
hearing their responses.
Oh, he'll probably give more responses. He just has food and water at the current moment. The moment that food's gone, he'll be making
He's like,
noise again.
Now, as I was saying, brief interlude for snack time. Right back to it. Dead wife backstory.
Oh, I'm a pass on that.
I'm a
Mhm.
pass now because I've seen too many of them.
You don't like Dead Wife?
It's
Yes.
the dead wife backstory. It comes
It
up
is
so
every
much
anime
in
ever.
No, but it's also small town romances, single dad romances, so many grumpy sunshine romances all have he was lovely
The dead wife.
once, but then
And then
dot
his
dot.
wife
Then-
died.
Then wife died.
Then
Not then
wife
I
died.
returned to the wife died. It was his marriage for
Why are we patroning dead wives?
Because I went 4,000 points.
Hold on to them. I think I've worked out games we can play with channel points.
Ooh,
So hold on to
never
them.
mind.
We've got
No more
Russian
pettering
roulette.
it. No
Well,
more
roulette,
pettering
not
dead
Russian
wives.
roulette. That's a different thing entirely. No one's gonna die.
Okay, completely off topic. Instead of eating his snack, he's just smashing it into tiny
See,
pieces.
no, he's telling you. He smashes a dead wife backstory.
Good to know, kid.
No,
Good to know,
no.
kid.
Yeah, we have shitty attitude blamed on dead wife. Extrovert turned introvert because dead wife.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
we have
bother
the
with
whole
him.
John Wick theory on it too.
Ah, see, John Wick is the only one where the dead wife backstory, I think, is done very, very well.
Yeah. It's
Because fuck going after the dog. I think I'd kill someone too.
Yeah, no, but
Take my car, don't care. Touch my dog.
No, the
touch
the
my
wife
dead
thing,
wife dog.
Yeah, no, but the wife thing for John Wick isn't like that's what pulls him out of murder, literally.
Murder Incorporated.
What,
And
the fact that you
yes.
call him Yon?
John Wick.
He's yumping.
Did you just try to make John Wick French?
No, Swedish.
No.
Oh,
He-
Love
I
you,
want
Eli.
to see Swedish John Wick. Eli,
Yeah,
go and make
his-
me Swedish John Wick.
It's called Wallander, I think.
Is it
Really?
Either
like
way.
instead of the he came for my dog, he came for my cinnamon buns?
Kanelbulle.
Kanelbulle and fuck you. Either way, his wife pulls him out
Yeah,
of
no,
the
it's a
murder
very,
fucking
very
thing.
different.
Yes, but the important part is she dies, and he doesn't want to go back.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
he's
they
just
kill
like, I
his
want to
dog.
live my life.
Yeah.
I think it can work in certain things, but I have the issue with the dead wife backstory in romance in the same way I have the issue with the dead parent backstory in every D&D campaign ever.
I
Calling
can't
people
say
out.
anything. I can't say anything because I ran a D&D campaign where every single character had at least one
I
dead
know,
parent.
but it's like I want to make them rough and give them trauma, dead parents. And you're like, you're a human being carrying so much
No.
fucking
Alive
trauma.
parent is
There
more
are
trauma.
so many ways to give your character trauma
No,
that
you
is not
guys don't.
just dead parents.
One of my favorite backstories was the one I actually made for the PA D&D campaign, which I didn't need to make at the time because it was just the rock up on on every other Friday with a made character and run through a dungeon. Where it was a warforged who had essentially just reached the end of its lifespan in a forest and had kind of like just shut down there. And then the forest was inhabited by Fae, and the Fae used to play inside its body and made it a home. And then in doing so, essentially imbued it with new magics and brought it back to life with an innate connection to the forest. And it was a druid warforged that was
See, again,
it was
that is something
oh god
different. That I'm a rogue and I'm edgy because I'm an orphan is like throw a dart, you'll hit 20. Also, Keris has said, if I die, you can blame any attitude on that. Keris, the same in return. I will be
Thank
your
you.
dead wife backstory.
I will be dead wife backstory.
I will be your dead wife.
This stands
backstory.
for
It
all
gets-
of book club.
no,
I will be your dead
That is
wife
getting-
backstory.
That is getting clipped.
Beautiful. I will be your dead wife backstory.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Darkstar.
No, I don't think Punisher does fit the mold because Punisher is a story about revenge, and that for dead family makes sense. The I'm a miserable fuck who's actually a nice person or was a nice person and now I'm just an asshole to people because dead wife
Mm-hmm.
is just so incredibly overdone in romance that it's as dead as the wife is.
That's fair.
Like, give me a revenge story because somebody got, again, John Wick, you killed my puppy, prepare to die. Inigo Montoya, you killed my father, prepared to die. Totally fine with that. But yeah, just, I'm gonna be an asshole who used to actually have a personality because I have a dead wife is just overdone for me, which is why it's a pass. Betrayal as a plot twist. I don't know what betrayal would be other than a plot twist.
Yeah,
That's
fair.
kind of betrayal.
Well, it's if you can see it coming, I guess it's not a plot twist.
Has everybody here read Fourth Wing?
Mm-hmm.
And
No.
Yeah.
ignoring you. Oh, okay.
Wow.
Has everybody? Sorry, I will rephrase my question. Has everybody here who plans to read Fourth Wing read Fourth Wing?
Yes.
Darkstar
Yeah,
says
read it.
nope.
I'm waiting for Dark. That he said that to having read it. I'm wondering if it's the same answer. Typing. The suspense is killing me.
Yes.
Okay.
Spoilers don't bother
Well,
me.
actually, Daenatos.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
You can't say it wasn't fucking well done.
Oh, okay. It was really
Okay,
well
that's the
done.
problem though. It was done so freaking well. It was done so well, but it's still so
Dragon without its rider is a tragedy. A rider without their dragon is dead. Welcome to the fourth wing.
Yeah, but you're not going to read the
No.
book anymore, so.
I don't think. I think what the point that you were supposed to reach that
No, he
I
hasn't.
don't think
He
you
hasn't.
reached
No,
it
because
yet.
he hasn't got to Athabine, and therefore he's not going to know what's happening. And
Oh
so
yeah.
this is-
Okay.
this is
Cool. So he
probably a
doesn't
spoiler to
understand
you,
any
but you're
of
also
it.
not going to finish the book. So
So
a betrayal of the plot twist. I will say, the Shadow of the App series does it really well with one of their sort of primary cast of characters. The whole premise of that is that the Wasp Kingdom are invading everywhere.
fucking
And
wasps.
yes, they are. The races are based on different insects
I
and
know.
things like
I
that.
know. That's why I said fucking wasps.
Ah, okay. And the Collegium, which are all the beetles, they're meant to be like aristocratic and professors and studious, the Greeks essentially.
Yeah, boy.
And
yes, because the
they
Greeks never went to war.
the wasps invade
No.
and essentially take over. And one of the main cast, who is a half-breed who's essentially been rejected by many people, suddenly turns around and goes, "Oh, I've got a place here, and I can use my because they're all the whole thing
Is
of like
this a
the
bug's
Collegium is
life? Is what Payne has to say.
wow. Is there? It's
It's a
that
Bug's
they're
Life
like
fantasy
focus
edition.
on art, like no, because it's somewhat steampunky, and like they're trying to build their first ever railway, and everything is like orthopters, and I think
It's
they
a
develop
Bug's Life, but fantasy edition.
Books Life is technically fantasy, is it not?
No, it's a kids' film.
It's just
Once that stops it being
the
fantasy, it's fucking bugs talking. That's
Nope.
yeah,
fantastical.
Nope.
but it is the bugs in our world.
Exactly.
But anyway,
They are
so
not fantastical bugs, therefore not
He-
fantasy.
he has an aptitude for like developing. He's an artificer by trade, and he's trying to basically he's on a scholarship, and he's been rejected and gets captured himself. And they basically turn around to him and go, "Look, we know that you're skilled, and we know that they haven't seen it. So come join us and use those skills." And he essentially ends up designing a shit ton of new weaponry that then goes on to like almost kill all of his friends. And it's like really well done because it plays upon like that insecurity of we will accept you where others have rejected you. And it's very, very well done.
Don't know if I class that as betrayal. I mean, it is kind of, but it's
What's going on with your sound?
You've gone
I haven't-
echoey now.
I haven't done shit.
Well, you're in an echo chamber now.
Yeah,
You are speaking to us from beyond the veil.
tech is not approving this evening for you.
Oh my god.
So, betrayal as a plot twist
Harry's-
is Dane Atos.
Mm-hmm.
We absolutely did not see that coming. It hit like a fucking brick.
Okay.
I'm
But
staying
I-
silent over
Wait,
here.
no, wait.
Yeah, I have to
I-
agree with that statement.
No, I
I
disagree.
don't agree. I don't disagree completely, but I did see it coming.
Yes.
Not
No,
in
okay,
that way.
fine. No, okay,
but-
but take out the neurodivergent people in the room.
I'm sorry.
I'm neurodivergent and I didn't see it coming though.
Excuse me.
Yes, but
it
you
was
don't also
so,
consume books.
It was
Fair.
signposted.
No,
So hard.
no.
Hold on.
You
Jane-
have to be aware that there is neurodivergent. This is fucking obvious, and then there is neurotypical. This is fucking obvious.
No, but
Fourth
looking
Wing did
even
not
even though I
fall
haven't
into
read
We
the-
are three
Can I-
Fourth Wing did not fall into the
Shut up.
neurotypical. This is obvious. It
but
very much
can I-
caught a lot of people very, very, very off guard.
Okay, I understand that. My point was gonna be that
Dark Star.
him pushing her boundaries and not respecting them is for me this guy is gonna fuck her over.
Sure.
The way he wait. The way he did it caught me by surprise. Not that he did it.
He needed more than a punch in the face. Let's put it
Yes.
that way. Because I'm gonna really hurt everyone here. Liam deserved better.
Yes.
Oh, is he the one who kills Liam? Okay.
No.
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 He
okay.
doesn't.
I mean,
No.
by
Fucking
proxy.
read it.
No.
I will also say Zayden's betrayal was, you could see that a mile away, but I
But
feel
also, I
like
don't
that was
know if
kind of
I'd-
used as a plot twist as well.
But I don't think I would really class that as a betrayal.
No.
No. This is one of the reasons I
That's
haven't
a secret,
gotten.
not a betrayal.
I could not. I have
He
not
felt
gotten.
betrayed.
Yes.
Mm.
I have not been able to get past the first 100 pages of book 2 because I'm getting pissed.
Get off. Get on with
At-
it. Get on with 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 it. It gets so much better. Get on with it.
I know, but
no,
I'm getting
no,
pissed
no,
at.
no, no, Kushi,
Can I?
no.
Can
I need
can
to
I
get. No, I
finish?
need
Let
to.
him
No,
finish.
you
Hold
have
on.
to, because I need to get your response to the war games bit.
Okay, I'm gonna finish the fucking book. I'm not DNFing this book. I'm having issues getting through the first part because I'm getting so pissed at Vi because yes, she feels betrayed. That's fine, but this was not a betrayal and it's annoying me.
I think the other thing is, I think with Vi, and I think it's something that people don't put a lot of stance on, she's also going through a massive chunk of grief mixed with self-hatred. And that's a really horrible combination for making you utterly awful as a human being.
So
Yeah.
Une put it in the way that she's been betrayed by her family. Everything she has been told for the last 5 years or so has been a fucking lie, etc., etc., etc. And the only one she can lash out on at is Satan. And I'm like, okay, yes, that's what's gotten me this far.
No, that's missing something. She lost Liam, who, to start with, she was incredibly mean to, missing out on the fact that actually he was being nothing but a loyal friend and so good to her, and she was nasty to him. Then she finally gave in and accepted his friendship, realized how wonderful he was, and then he died. And
yes, but
that
when I
grief...
gave that explanation was also before he had finished the
Fair
first
enough.
book.
No,
and I was at the
no.
second
But
one.
also no, but if you take in all the things that Une said, because absolutely she is spot on that, Xaden is the only person that she can lash out to about the fact that she feels betrayed by him, and on top of that is being betrayed by everyone, not just her family, but the friend that she grew up with, who was always supposed to be there for her, who up until a point she was very much in love with. She'd been betrayed by her ex, she'd been betrayed by everything. She was literally, everything she stood for was just constantly being betrayed. And then on top of that, she is going through a grief she hasn't felt before, because people have died around her and she's used to that death, but not to have somebody so close who she so thoroughly loved. And on top of that, she then gets essentially told, hey, by the way, that's your fault. Like, you might not have meant to, but it was your fault.
No, it's...
And there is so much that I can understand why. But yes, I did also hate her through the beginning of
these.
the beginning of the
agree
second
with
book.
all
I
of
did
these.
absolutely hate her.
Yeah.
And was just like, get your shit together.
Well, I'm annoyed more than hate, but yes, I'm gonna read the fucking book. I promise.
But yeah, she does get her shit together. Eventually. Kind of.
What's the next one?
Secret Baby. Pass.
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 Pass. I say this as I'm reading a Secret Baby story in one of my mangas.
I'm a really big pass on these ones.
What time is it anyway? 35. Okay, I can't remember what slide we're on, so we'll move a bit. Force proximity. It depends.
On occasion.
Smash.
It depends, yeah.
I have to be in the mood for it. It has to be done well. That's my two. It depends.
And
Otherwise, I'm
context
all for
matters.
Fair.
I do like we're stuck on this quest together. It's just you and I. You drive me insane, but also I want to jump your bones. That is a favorite.
I'm currently reading one of those right now.
Beautiful.
We wrote
Animal
one
companion.
of those.
We did write one of those.
We absolutely
Animal
did.
companion?
Smash.
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 Yeah.
Especially
It's amazing.
especially
Every
if
day
they've
of the
got-
week.
Especially if they've got Disney level of sass.
Yes.
I don't know what it is with
Yes.
Disney, but every animal companion is the sassiest little bastard going, and I'm here for it. Give me
Yes.
Apu is
Maximus
my
from
favorite.
Tangled, or Miko from Pocahontas, or Pascal.
Whoops.
Well,
Here we
Apu will live in my heart
Yeah,
forever.
just
Mischief. Or
give me-
mischief.
give
is-
me sassy. Give me Salem from Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Yeah.
Please.
Give me Tarn. Or Adana.
Always.
Give me
Always.
sassy animal companion. Actually, give me Onyx from Quicksilver, because that thing never spoke and it still managed to have buckets worth of personality.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
The snow fox.
Yeah.
Hidden magic.
It depends.
In what sense?
Depends on how
Like
it
your
is.
hidden, your
Yeah, I suppose it falls under
Not-
two categories of I didn't know I had magic and now I have magic, and I have
I have
magic,
magic, I must
but
hide
I'm
it.
not allowed to say that I have magic, so magic
Okay.
is hidden.
The
You're very
It
far away
Smash,
here.
but I have to have like the mood for it.
the magician, the Rift War Saga again. The whole thing with Pug is that he basically gets taken on by the court magician out of pity.
Sorry, Payne, I didn't mean to skip you.
Because he's too he couldn't be a knight. He's kind of too skinny and he's a bit of an orphan, and it's just kind of like he thought he'd get selected. He wanted to be a knight, but he ended up not being selected, and so the magician took pity on him and takes him in, and he practices and practices and practices, and nothing ever like comes of it. But he ends up accompanying the Duke's daughter out into like on a horse ride, and they're attacked by something. I can't remember what specifically. And in that instance, he uses magic, but it's none of the magic that he's been trying to learn. It appears in a completely manifests in a completely different way, that even when he goes and kind of recounts it to his mentor, that's like he's like, I've never heard of anyone doing anything like this.
Mhm.
And I like, it shows you can do magic, and you kind of just have to, practice, and he actually does start to get kind of the knack for basic magic in the world that they exist in now. But the whole point of the Rift War Saga is then that aliens come through a magic portal, because they discover the ability to invade other worlds, and he gets up, and then it turns out that the magic that he accidentally used is what exists on their world. And so he ends up becoming this like master mage on their planet. And it's a really unique way of presenting it, and it was actually quite interesting. Because it was like, oh, he has these abilities, but it's completely unbeknownst as to why for sort of everyone else. And it was really well done.
Have
So
you
I'm a
read the
big
companion series?
no.
Do.
Is that as in like accompaniment of that series or a different series entirely?
It's the Rift War Saga set from the barbarian No, not the barbarian
Oh,
one.
lovely. Right, I will have to read that then.
Yeah, that Servant of the Empire is what it starts with. It's
Nice.
political intrigue fantasy, and it's
It is
fucking
Daughter of
brilliant.
the Empire.
Sorry, Daughter of the Empire. Servant of the Empire is the third book, I think.
I will read. I
You know
need to
what
reread
works really well
Magician.
for this one, you know?
Mm-hmm.
BBC's Merlin.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, actually, yes.
And why not rip my heart out while you're at it?
Yeah.
Merlin was amazing, and the fact that it ended was just sad.
I need
That
to
is
watch that
probably
Hearing
series.
whispers that
the
it's coming
most
back.
understated statement you have ever made.
I used to sit down with my family every Saturday. We'd order a takeaway and we'd watch that. We'd watch
Primeval?
like Ant and Dex Saturday. Yeah, Primeval was another one.
That was brilliant.
There was
that was a
also
underrated show. Heavily underrated.
there was
show.
also Walk on the Wild Side whenever that was released.
Mhm.
Like it was the thing to watch that kind of show on a Saturday night. Merlin was one of the best.
He's walked off.
Primeval.
He has walked off,
The other-
but yes, Merlin was
I was
probably
grabbing
the
another drink. The only
that's
one
great,
I
but
couldn't
you
watch
walked off.
was the only one I couldn't watch was Doctor Who.
best. in the middle of a sentence, and it just sounded so great.
Just. Yeah, I'm just getting a drink.
Yeah, the only one I couldn't watch was Doctor
No,
Who.
Doctor Who was a every week my best friend and I would watch Doctor Who, and I remember when they had the episode where it was in the Blitz, and it's the kids in the gas masks, and are you right? My friend and I hid behind the sofa. That one freaked us out so much.
My brain is too active.
I got told
at a young age.
because that's the Masked Child, and it's a two-parter, so it's the Masked Child and the Doctor Dances
Mm-hmm.
is what the episodes are called. I got told that you might not like Doctor Who, but I need you to watch up until this point, or past these episodes. And if you don't like it after that, drop it. I didn't like it after that, but those two episodes were really good.
No, I loved.
Are you my mummy?
I loved
Yeah.
Christopher Eccleston. I adored David Tennant. I didn't mind Matt Smith. I gave
really
up
enjoyed
after
Matt
that.
Smith.
I gave up after Matt. Yeah, but nothing could beat Tennant for me at that point. He'd just done.
No, I think
such an
people
amazing
have a bad.
portrayal.
No, Tennant was amazing, and I think actually coming after Tennant
was hard.
Is what makes people dislike Matt Smith more than I think they should.
No, I
because
I did
think Matt
enjoy
Smith
the
was
Matt
really
Smith
good
ones,
as
and
well.
I liked the storyline it followed. I thought
He
it
was
done
so
well.
quirky with it. It was.
I didn't
it was
like
that...
Capaldi, who came after Matt Smith. And I actually did not watch. I watched the first episode of Jodie Whittaker and realised exactly what the writers were doing and went.
Oh, they've
nope.
got so much shit for the current series.
No, it was her one that they got in. There was constant shit for.
So I don't know if it was because Tennant was in everything at a time.
Point where he was just kind of everywhere.
Yes,
I missed
and the
that.
problem
back.
the problem was I tried to watch Jessica Jones, where Tennant is in, and but Tennant is great in that series, by the way.
Oh, the way he screams, Jessica, chilling.
The thing is, I hate Jessica Jones because I got pitched that this is a super smart fucking person. That was the pitch.
The people in your life aren't very nice to you.
No, they're not, because I got to the we need to kidnap the BBEG, and and the series doesn't take the time to explain that. Oh yeah, his power isn't actually based on fucking sound; it's based on like pheromones, kind of, sort of mimicking.
I would not have pitched Jessica Jones. Jessica Jones is heavily traumatized, super strong woman, plays at being a PI, spends more time drunk.
Yeah, that would have been a better pitch for me. So when they start enacting the plan, since I had the pitch of, no, these are super clever people, and they haven't explained
Super,
that
not
it's not.
get rid of the clever.
Yeah,
He's a
but
fucking idiot.
that was the pitch. So I'm sitting there screaming at my screen to put on noise cancelling fucking headphones,
Mm-hmm.
and they
Yeah.
never did. And
No.
if I had had a laptop I was watching that on, it would have been cheated out the window. I was so pissed. I have never touched that series, and that soured everything that had to do with Tennant, unfortunately. And I watched
No, that is really
Doctor
a
Who
shame. And
after.
I would like you to retry it, knowing she's not fucking smart. She's a traumatized alcoholic with superpowers.
As long as you don't pitch me into watching, what's it called, Iron Fist?
No.
Again,
No.
I'm
wouldn't.
good.
Do you know what? I was so excited when they did Daredevil. I was so excited because Daredevil had a bad rap because the Ben Affleck one was crap. Fine, fair enough. Then they brought in Charlie Cox, who I love. I have loved him since Stardust. I will forever love him. And then I watched the first season, and it was fantastic. And I thought, Netflix, you've got a fucking winner here. And then they did Jessica Jones, and it was really fucking good. And then they did Luke Cage, and it was good. It was bordering on. It was just above all right. It was okay. It wasn't the greatest thing in the world after the other two, but it was still good. And then I knew that we were getting Iron Fist. Now, I was brought up on
I have
comics.
heard this one.
My uncle was massively into comics. I was brought up on comic books. Iron Fist was one of my favourites because he is sassy, funny, and I loved him. And they said, we're going to do Iron Fist. And I was so excited. And they'd done so well. They'd done so well so far. And I was like, this is going to be amazing. Then they said, we're going to use Danny what's-his-face. Whatever the actor's name is. And my heart broke a little bit. But I was like, no, you know what? Trust the process. He could do it. It could be good. And then it came out. And I've never been so mad at a TV show in my entire life. What an absolute piece of garbage that is. Pure garbage. I was fucking heartbroken because they did so well with Daredevil. And they did so well with Jessica Jones. And Marvel was doing really well with their castings. And then they put that piece of shit in front of us and went, here you go. And I've never hated someone. No, it's on Disney now.
Cool. We have both. I just wanted to double check where I'm supposed to look.
Just sat there going, first of all, what have you done to Danny Rand? What have you done to him? Why is he a whiny crybaby? Please stop talking. Please stop talking. Please stop talking. Oh my god, you're still talking. Stop fucking talking. And yeah, hated. I watched the whole thing because I was like, maybe it'll get better. Maybe there's going to be a pivotal moment, and it's going to get better. And I have rewatched everything that Marvel has produced in their new cinematic universes multiple times, except that I can't.
I managed to get.
Can't watch it a second time.
I managed to get Ari to tangent when she tried to speed up. I'm sorry. Do you want to speed up again?
Prophecy drives the plot. I kind of think this one is basically the same thing as Chosen One.
Yeah, kinda, sorta. There's
but also the drives the plot thing. Well, that just means, of course, a prophecy is going to drive the plot because you kind of can't have a prophecy as a background item that doesn't really have anything to do with the plot unless it's about a side character.
No, but I'm trying to. What's it called? Edding's book. Is it the thief Altalus? That's what it would be translated to in
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Swedish. That would be a story where I would say he's not the chosen one, but prophecy drives the plot.
No, fair, but no, sorry, I'm not taking an issue with prophecy drives. I'm taking an issue with the drives the plot bit, because if the story is based on a prophecy, of course, it's going to drive the plot. It's kind of
Yeah.
It feels redundant to have the extra bit.
I would, but I would say like all Eddings books are prophecy drives the
Again,
plot books.
it depends for me. I like a good prophecy, but also I think it can be overdone or done poorly.
Yep.
Have we talked about Mistborn for this one?
Yes. We haven't, but yes, Mistborn would fit.
And
but
I
it is
assume
an
would
it
be
depends.
done well, because it's your boy.
It's actually, yeah, no, it is. It's they mislead you with it quite well, actually.
Yep. It's well done.
Mm-hmm.
But moving on.
Off topic, sorry. I just have to say I love how every time I look over at the stream, I'm watching Ari just trace the words with
No,
her mouth.
This is what I do when I sit at my computer. I will draw
Oh,
things with my mouse.
It's it's the same as being like AFK and FF and just doing laps of
No.
like the housing area.
No,
Like just running back and forth on the same fucking
there we
wall
go.
for 30
We
minutes while
broke
you
rule
talk.
1. Amazing.
Oh yeah, we did.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
No,
No,
it
but
was
I have a
fine,
thing,
I
and
broke it.
I had a presentation for my class, and when we had to do it, it was done like this. I'd set up the presentation, so it was on my computer. I was the one sharing the screen with it. That's fine. But the slides were split into 3 sections, and there were 3 of us presenting. So there was a point where 2 other people were talking, and all I had to do was click when they said, "Next slide, please."
Click.
And sometimes they were talking for ages, and of course, to keep myself focused, I have to fidget, and when I'm at my desk, fidgeting becomes this. And so I was either tracing words or drawing hearts, or like I'll actually sit and trace all the letters. And then I actually got a, do you mind, are you okay? Do you mind putting your hand away from your mouse, because this guy's trying to give a presentation and I'm sat there tracing all the elements because he's talking forever and I'm just like, must stay focused. And yeah, so yeah, I'm sorry. I do that, and then I forget that people can see me, and yeah, you just got my little blue dot doing the Pixar.
There's nothing to be sorry about. I was actually getting focused into watching you draw.
Yep.
So the mentor dies is it depends for me.
I think I'm a nope at this point, because I've got to the point now with the mentor dies storyline where I can see it coming a mile off and it sort of tunes me out of the book.
Same.
I think it's been overdone too much. And I'm just like, ugh. And like you'll genuinely get to a point now where I'll start reading something and I'm like, oh, in about 10 pages you're gonna die. And then he dies.
I mean,
and you're like, aha, look at that.
not to harp on the Night Angel trilogy too much, but I like the penultimate conflict in that book is apprentice.
I'm sorry.
Apprentice
I'm
versus
sorry. The what?
Penultimate.
Like 2 separate
Why
words.
are you
like the
saying that
ultimate
like
pen.
2 separate words?
I am not deliberately saying it as 2 separate words. Pronounce it for me.
Penultimate.
Penultimate.
Yes.
There you go.
Not pen ultimate.
Take the E out of it. Penultimate.
Penultimate.
Okay. The second to fucking last.
Oh, sorry, I got so caught on the penultimate, and I was like, wait, what?
Go plus ultra and ultimate.
battle in that book is master versus apprentice, and then obviously the mentor has to die. It's the last time I probably liked that storyline.
No, the
Oh,
whole
I'm done.
the whole Western thing of like they can't stick around anymore and they have to move on because it's the advancement, like it's the symbolic of like the transition from
Passing
conflict
the
to
torch.
peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It
Never going away.
honestly, I want to say past
So
because
let me see here.
cliche.
The ultimate pens, the
Yeah.
jumping.
Oh,
Do you want to add?
don't jump to penultimate conclusions.
You want to add
Otherwise,
something,
Jon Wick
Ari?
might come and get you.
There
I
we
think you're the new Germish.
No,
He's always
new,
been the Germish.
new.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Germish is gonna live with me forever. That was so brilliant.
But yeah,
It was
I'm
a
gonna-
complete accident.
It was still brilliant. I love it.
As are all mine.
I have to point out, by the way, Mythic. I need to
Yes.
explain it better, and I understand that. And actually, thank you, because you made me realise I need to explain it better. In the first quiz, right, when it asked you, do you have a title in book club? I meant, like, you know how Darkstar has, like, the Webborn and Cyberus has the Mistwrought? Not Germish. But I loved you for that. Because not only was it, I need to explain this, but also, yes, your title is now Mythic the Germish.
If you want to change my name to that, do it.
I fucking am. It was not what I was expecting to see, but I loved it anyway. I was just like, yep, that. Totally not what I meant, but it's here now.
It's there now.
No,
No,
because
I
I was
wish.
looking at it and I was still drinking my coffee and still trying to wake up. And I was like, okay, you know what? This is what I'm gonna put. I was like, be a little sassy about it, but I'm also gonna be, yeah, Germish.
I love you all. I love the entirety of this book club. You are my favourite people. However, you forced me to lock down the fucking website because I don't know how a group full of readers cannot read. I need to redo this thing. It's not finished. I will announce it when I'm finished. Proceeds to get 7 fucking people messaging me with like, I've done the first quiz, but I can't find the second one. That's because it's not finished. Did I announce it? No. Right, that's it. Password on. And then I get another message to go, I went to do the quiz that you've not yet announced is ready to do, but now the website is locked. When will it be finished? And I'm like, when I say so! When I announce it, you impatient pains! You know? I was like, it's a good thing I like you people. The irony is not lost on me that the book club can't read.
Eli and I are just dying over here.
This is my rant for the day. Oh.
Guys laughing at Ari's rant. Yes.
No, seriously. If book club could stop like pissing Ari off, I'd be very much appreciative of that. I'm sick to death of hearing the same fucking conversation. Like, she's not even talking to me. Just every so often I'll just hear, oh, for fuck's sake, like, read the fucking message. And I'm just like, no, and then I'm like,
last night and today, right? So last night, we put it live, I announced it, we hit the limit, they wanted money, I told them to fuck off. So I put a message out going, hi guys, I know that this isn't working. You don't need to keep letting me know. I'm gonna fix it. Bear with me. I woke up this morning to so many DMs from people after I'd sent that message to say, it's not working, I will fix it, it will be up tomorrow, and then explained it again and again and again, and I got so many messages being like, hey, I tried to do this, here's a screenshot, and I'm like, I know!
I genuinely mean this with all, like, love in my heart. Fuck off. Like, please.
Yeah, no, to be fair.
I can only listen to that conversation one more time. Like,
it's
I
not
don't
gonna happen
need
now. I've locked them out. They aren't getting in until I'm ready.
I don't need to keep like getting phone call. No, because she will call me. It's not even like we're in a conversation. She will call me to be like, they've done it again. Fuckers have done it again. What? And I'm like, I'm working, babe. The fuckers have done it again. Like, oh my god. Save me a headache.
Threatened.
Don't do it. No. Don't do it for her. Do it for me.
I threatened to
Save
yeet you all into the
headache.
stratosphere.
I will be completely honest. I read it. I read it
now lying on the floor.
after I did the first quiz.
Laughing.
I did the first quiz, then I read the announcement that it was down, and I was like, oh, oops, my bad. I didn't message Ari about it or anything. I was like, nope, I'm not gonna message her about it. I messed up. I know what I did.
Like, the worst thing was, we were in VC at the time. I'd literally just finished putting the second quiz up. I was in the midst of making the third. We were fighting with code because it was showing one way on PC and another way on mobile, and then my fucking thing pings up to go, you've had a response, and I'm like, no, I fucking haven't. I cleared my form. I haven't. And then it's like, oh, someone's done it. And then not 2 minutes later, you've had a response. And I'm like, no, fuck off, it's not ready. And so I'm like in book club trying to really quietly just be like, hey guys, please can you not do the quizzes at the moment? They aren't ready. We're still changing and fixing things. I will let you know when they're up. And then they kept going, and I was like...
The baby is exactly how I feel having to listen to her.
I'm sorry. He's mad because I took away my coffee cup, because he can't have it.
Like, I hear the phone, and I just hear like, ah! That's the level of like it's got to now. It's just like...
I'm trying really nicely to be like, hey guys, as an open concept, please don't do this. And I'm wanting to sit there and go, this is a Google form that is linked to a Google sheet that you wrote your fucking name on. I know who you are. Stop it!
I'm sorry, Mom.
It wasn't just you. It wasn't just you. I will say that. It was not just you. There was more people. By the fourth one, I was like, right, that's it. Book club's getting yeeted.
Yeah, y'all don't make it easy to love you sometimes.
Like, I love you guys so much, but I swear to God, if you don't stop, I swear, something's gonna happen and you're not gonna like it. And then I'm getting... And then there's just... No, and then there's the... And again, I love it. I'm really glad that it's really, really... Like, it's really grabbed people's interest. I was not expecting the number of responses we got last night. That caught me off guard severely. So I do have to give you that. You guys went above and beyond, and I love you all for it. But...
We're close to leaving you outside a church.
No, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not. I will just say, when I post something with a vague timeline, it's because I don't know how long it's going to take me, and I don't want to promise something I can't deliver. And when I then get inundated with, is it fixed yet? It's very much the same as you're the mum driving a car and your kid is sitting in the back going, are we there yet? And I'm ready to strangle you all. Because no, it's not. And every time I stop to answer you that no, it's not, it takes me longer to finish it.
The worst thing was we thought we had it done.
Oh,
And then Ari went, oh yeah, I need to check it on mobile. Oh, cool, it looks good on mobile. Let me just jump back to the shit. The desktop has 1,000,000 pixels of spacing here. That seems weird. What if we change that? Oh, now the mobile version is
yeah,
broken.
no, yeah. The
Fuck!
coding doesn't like us very much because we had. It looks great
I'm
on
gonna
desktop.
head off because I'm falling asleep
I
at
don't-
my desk.
How many
Yeah.
were left? How many did we have left? Oh, we missed morally grey love interest.
Oh.
Smash, 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 smash.
Okay, there's only a
smash,
few. We're gonna speed round this
Yes.
just
Okay.
for Une. Morally grey love interest, absolute smash.
Smash.
Smash, smash, smash.
Time
smash,
loop,
smash, smash.
pass.
Depends.
Pass.
Pass.
Stuck in a game,
Smash.
Pass.
Caught
Smash,
caught
smash,
in a
smash,
trap.
smash, smash.
it depends.
Smash.
SAO,
smash.
no. SAO abridged, yes.
Fair.
Not like other girls.
Yeah.
Fuck
But
off.
No.
pass,
Go die
pass,
in a
pass,
fucking corner.
Pass.
Get fucked by Rusty Rake.
Yeah, get fucked by
Yeah,
Rusty Rake.
pass that one. Pass that one.
The quiet one is the strongest. Smash.
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 Depends.
Power couple world domination. Smash.
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 Miscommunication drives the plot. Pass.
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 Fucking hate miscommunication.
Hard pass.
All caps, all bold, underlined. Pass.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Exclamation
That was the
mark.
last one. We did it.
Okay.
Whoa!
Yay.
Yay.
We finished a topic in book club. That has to be a first.
And
Within the 2-hour limit as
no,
well.
we went just over.
No. The
It's
stream
10:06.
hasn't passed. Yes, but we didn't start until like
This is
8
true.
past.
I was
We're
2
2
minutes
minutes
The
in.
stream,
See,
the
no,
stream
no,
hasn't
no.
even hit 2 hours yet.
No, it hasn't.
I was
2 minutes.
I was too
Now we
busy
hit 2
making
hours.
hand jokes.
No, we've
for
just hit
10
2
minutes.
hours.
Well,
There we go.
I'm
We did
gonna-
it. Well done,
We
guys.
did it.
Proud of you all, including a rant and a couple of derailings. We friggin' did
and
it.
Eli dying again.
And Eli dying and hand jokes at Martin's expense.
Yes.
Mhm.
Well, I'm leaving.
Good
you
job,
guys. Take care.
guys.
Love you guys.
Bye,
Bye.
Bye.
Are we gonna wrap up
See,
stream too?
We are gonna wrap up
turns out my
Uh-huh.
jokes about Martin came in handy.
Mhm.
Hey, we started and we ended in the same place.
Yep.
Good night, guys.
So what?
We will
No,
not
what's-
see you on Sunday
No, we won't.
because it's Easter and food comas. So make sure to check your Easter eggs for dragon eggs.
Mhm.
I hope you all get lots of chocolate and lots of books. And you get to eat lots of great food.
Mhm.
Fuck everything else.
Yes.
I'm giving thumbs up and no one can see me. I really need to start streaming with my camera on because you miss so many facial expressions and things that I do, and then I'm like, they can't see that. Say something. But yeah, thank you for tonight. It's been really good fun. Thank you for the bits and the subs. It is lovely. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, even if I want to sometimes yeet you into the stratosphere. Quizzes will be available tomorrow because I have
Hopefully.
finished them. We just need to sort the coding out, and then I will unlock the website and you will be allowed permission to enter again. I will remove your grounding. And then merch. I will actually start working on the friggin' merch. Well, finish working on it. I've done a good chunk of it. So, cool. Enjoy your week. We will see you next Tuesday, where we will be talking about... No, my friggin' camera. There, where's my calendar? Oh my god, so many tabs. Would you rather and bookish categories.
Oh.
It's going to be a double feature. We're going to answer ridiculous bookish would you rather questions and compete in bookish categories. Bring your thinking caps and a sense of humour as per usual, because it's going to be chaos.
Mhm.
And on that note, we will see you next Tuesday or in 5 minutes in Discord.
Mhm.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.